What's up, guys? Garrett with SelfTaughtDev. Today we are going to do some more CSS battle challenges. We're probably going to go 4, 3, 4, 5, or 4, 5, and 6, maybe 7, depending on how long these other 3 take us. We'll just see how these other 3 go. Also, I found out that if you just submit the challenge without doing anything, you get 1.21% or a score of 1.21. So you get points even if you haven't done anything to it yet, which is kind of interesting. Anyway, a quick little announcement. We took over the self-taught-dev subreddit. I'm gonna have a link to that in the description, but if you guys wanna come ask questions in there, talk, anything like that, just wanna let you guys know we got that. So I think that's pretty cool. But let's get going here. So first one, we're making these purple, so basically we got a purple background, and then we're gonna have 3 divs that are these yellow squares right here. And it saved basically saved my HTML edits from last time, which is interesting. But let's go ahead and get the color, right? So the squares, these 3 are gonna be divs, and those are gonna have a background of this yellow color. So we're just gonna paste that there. And then we're also gonna need this there's purple background color for the body. So we'll just select the body here, and we'll say background, that purple color. And then what else do we need to do? So the way these squares are shaped, it's basically like border radius 0, 0, and then like 50 pixels for the bottom right and bottom left. So there are 2 squares on the bottom that we can extract that out and apply to. So we'll select the div with the class 1 and then the div with the class 3. And we'll say border radius is 0, 0, 50 pixels, 50 pixels. So then those bottom 2 should be good to go. Also in our main div, we're gonna say position absolute, because we could probably do this other ways, but I think position absolute is gonna be the easiest for this situation. And then we'll just grab the 1 and have a selector for that. And then we'll grab 2 and have a selector for that. And then we'll have 3 and have a selector for that, because there's some stuff we're gonna need to apply to each one here. All right, let's check how far apart these are. So there's an extension called, dimensions, I think, or measure dimensions. And it basically just will look at the colors on your screen, and like this purple and I don't know, is that blue, like dark gray? I don't know how to describe that color, but it basically detects the edge based on those colors. But it's great for letting you measure stuff on your screen. If you're trying to make a website pixel perfect to match a mockup, it's great for that. But with this, we can see that the yellow div is 50 pixels away from the edge here. And then it also looks like the divs are 100 height and 100 width. So our height and width on that is good already, but 50 from the sides and then 50 from the tops and bottoms as well. Sweet. So in here, we can say, well, first we need to add our semicolon, and we'll say bottom 50 pixels. So now 1 and 3 are 50 pixels away from the bottom here. So we can see that those are pretty much almost in the right position. We just need to add a left of 50 pixels on that one. And then in 3 down here, we'll add a right of 50 pixels on that one. And sweet, those 2 should be in the right position now. We're good to go on that. Now we just gotta take care of the top one. And that border radius, that only is gonna apply to the bottom one. So we can just stick this on 1. So we'll say border radius of 50 pixels, 50 pixels, and 0 and 0. So basically the opposite. Actually, that needs to be on 2, right? Because 2 is our top one. So we'll stick that there, and then let's make that nice and indented properly. And then here, we just need to add some absolute positioning on this as well. So we'll say top 50 pixels, left 0, right 0, margin auto. And then that centers it for us. Sweet, and then I think we have a perfect replica of the target. So let's submit that and see how we do here. 100% match, awesome. So how long did that take us? 4 minutes? That wasn't too bad. Maybe like 3 minutes if we'll say like a minute of that was the intro and me like promoting the self-taught dev subreddit. But sweet, not too bad. So let's go on to, what's the easiest way to get to the next one? Do I have to go back? We're just gonna go back to battle 1 here and then go to 5, right? Yep, acid rain. All right, cool. So the way I'm envisioning this one, we're gonna have this greenish background here, right? And then we're gonna have 3 divs. One's just gonna have a 50 pixel border radius all the way around, and the others are gonna have 50, 0, 50, 50. And then, so on this one, we're gonna need 3 divs again. So let's just go ahead and paste those here. And then we'll give this the class of yellow and 1, because that one's gonna have different border radius than the other two. And then this one's gonna be 2 and green. And then what should we call that shape? Is that like a, I don't know, we'll say pointer. It kind of looks like a pointer, so we're just gonna go with that. But let's grab this and then stick that on our last div here. And then we'll call this 3. So yellow 3, and then we'll give that pointer as well, because we need that to have the same border radius as the green one here. Awesome. So let's go ahead and get the background color for the body. So your body selector, like we did last time, we'll say background is that greenish color. And then we will go ahead and select the yellow circles, and there we'll grab this color and we'll say background is that. And then let's get the greenish one as well. So we'll say green background is that. Oh, do not want to save, close that out. And then let's get the pointer border radius is gonna be 50 pixels. Can I shorthand that more? No, I don't think so, right? 0, 50 pixels, 50 pixels. Sweet, and then I need to just add the little dot there so that we're selecting the classes. Sweet, and those two shapes look correct. Now we just need to get that top one. We might just actually add border radius 50 pixels there. And then down here, because border radius, can you specify which side you want it on? Or do you have to do, you can't do like border radius top right or something? Oh wait, yeah, there we go. Border top right radius. Okay, sweet. Are those shorthand? Okay, awesome. So we could just say border top right radius is gonna be 0. And I think that should save us some lines of code. Sweet, it looks like it's working. All right, now we need to get those positioned in the right places, and we're just assuming that these are the same. It looks like they're 118 by, or 120 by 120, actually. Is that what you guys think? Yeah, we'll go with 120 by 120. So let's turn off dimensions. And then in our height and width here, we'll say 120 by 120. That does not look right. I think it was 100 by 100. Why? Yeah, I think it was 100 by 100. We're gonna stick with that. And then we'll just move them in the right position and then adjust the height and width after we get them in the right position, because, right, so how far away from the top is this? 50 pixels, sweet. So should we just, I guess, I think, yeah, we have to absolute position those pretty much, because we're gonna get them, if we're getting them overlapped like that, we'll say position absolute, right? And then in this, we need to grid 1, right? So 1 is going to be top 50 pixels, right. How far away is it from the right? 100 pixels, basically. I need to know the hotkeys for this dimensions thing here. Right, so yeah, it is not the same. It's not the right size. Is it 180? No, it's 120 and 120, basically. Yeah, so we'll just say 120, 120. I don't know, can we make this 100 pixels? Is that, oh, okay, that'll work, cool. Or 1,000 pixels, 100 pixels works, cool. 50% is the max percent, I think, right? For the border radius, oh well. Anyway, so this next one here, how far is that from the top? So that's, what's 100 pixels from the top, and then this one's what, 170? Or 50 from the bottom, right? Oh no, the color difference isn't enough for it to detect the edge on that bottom part. Oh, that's crazy. Let's go here and we'll grab 2 and we'll say top is 150 pixels? Is that what it was? No, was it 75? 110? Oh, see, it's not getting the color on the top of that one either. We'll say 100 pixels and see where that is. And then this one looks like it's centered. So we'll just do the trick we did last time with the left 0, right 0, margin auto. And then put that semicolon there and then backspace that so everything's nice and readable. And that doesn't look quite right. Did we, 1? Yeah, I don't think 1 is in the right place, is it? Is it not 50 pixels from the top? Oh, it's not, because, okay, it was going outside of the box here. That's annoying is there a way I can change this to like light mode? So it does, we're gonna hack a little bit here, kind of, sort of. We're gonna grab this and we'll say background white, cool. So now it'll detect the edges better, dimensions will. Sweet, so that's 30 pixels from the top. That's 30 pixels from the bottom. That's 90 pixels from the top. Cool. So we'll adjust that real quick. So top is gonna be 30 pixels. And then how far away is that from the right? So it's what, 80 pixels from the right? So instead of 100, we'll just adjust that to 80. There we go. Now is that correct? Yeah, that looks way better now. And then what was the top on this green one? That was 90 pixels. So we will switch that to 90, and then both of those are matching up flawlessly. Sweet. So now we just got to get 3 in the right position. So we'll just grab that. We'll say class selector 3, and we'll say bottom is, what was it, 30 pixels. And then left is probably the same as right. So we'll say 80 pixels, and I think we got it. Matches up pretty good to my eye. Let's see what the scanner thinks. Oh, we forgot the semicolon here, but does it lower our score when we have that semicolon because we're using an extra character? No, is it just, what the, huh, that's interesting. Wait, if we remove that, that's one less character. What are you talking about? Is it automatically adding that when it grades it or something? That's interesting. But there's all this stuff here. So if we remove that, does that remove a big chunk? It does. That removes like 400 characters. Holy crap. And gets us a way better score. Should we try to optimize? I don't think we should try to optimize for score, should we? Because when I tried to optimize the first challenge for score, I ended up having to inline it to get the highest score possible. And I don't think I'd have to do that for this one, but that took us a lot longer than the first challenge. So we're gonna just keep trucking through. We might do it next time. So back to battle 1. So we got 4 or 5, and now we're gonna take on 6 here. So the way I'm seeing this is just, we got the reddish background. And then we have, actually, let me inspect this. Where's that square at? Because I need to see if I can do that with just a 1 square in border radius. So we got the div here, right? Make it over there so we can see this, and we'll say border radius 100 pixels, 100 pixels, 0, 100 pixels. See, how would we make that round? How would we get the half square thing there? Oh, duh. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I was way overthinking that. So we just need to do 100. Or actually, if we just do 100 pixels, does that work? Yeah, 100 pixels, 0, 0, 0. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we were way overthinking that one. All right, so let's close that inspector we had open. I found out there's this diff view, so we might just use that, and that might make it easier. So we are gonna need, what, 3 squares or 3 divs on this one too. So that makes it way easier. We'll say class equals top left, and then we'll just, I don't think they're gonna have much in common. So top right, and then we're gonna have bottom left, and then we don't need one on this side because that's gonna be the same color as the body. But as for the last 3, we'll just go background that color just to get that going. What is the height and width on those? 100 by 100 basically. So our height and width on these divs should be good to go. And then let's select top left, and we'll say background, and then top, and we're gonna need left. And then what are the values we want to use for those? So first, the background's gonna be this green color, right? And then how far is that from the top? So see, it's detecting the edge on this, because the background of this center square is more contrasted with this darker color at the top. Anyway, 50 pixels from the top, it looks like. And then from the left, it is 100 pixels. So we will say top 50 pixels and left 100 pixels. And then border radius is gonna be 100 pixels, 0, 0, 0, right? Cool. And then up here, we're gonna go ahead and position absolute all of our divs because they are gonna have that in common. And then we'll say top right. And we're basically gonna use the same properties here. So we're just gonna copy and paste those so I don't have to retype all of that. We just need this yellow color here. Stick that there. And then our border radius is going to be 0, 100 pixels. And then the right is going to be that. Sweet. So that one should good to go. And then we're gonna copy that, throw that here to save some typing. And this is going to be bottom left. And background on that one's gonna be this like tan white color. Bottom is gonna be 50 pixels. And then we're gonna have left 100. And then border radius, that's gonna be 0 pixels. So top left, right, bottom right, and then this one needs to be 100. Sweet, and then we have matched the thing. Let's go ahead and remove this comment because it's gonna get us a higher score, so why not simple delete something to get a higher score. All right, and we got 100% match on that, and I think that might be it for today. So we did 3 more. We got the first 6 done so far. The rest of these look pretty fun. We might continue this. If you guys want me to keep doing more of these, give me a thumbs up so I know that you guys like these videos and YouTube knows I'm doing good stuff. If you have any questions on how I did what I did in these, or even just like want to come talk about it, come hop in Discord or let me know in the comments below. Or as I said in the beginning, we did take over the SelfTaughtDev subreddit, so you can come hop in there. I'll have a link to everything you need in the description if you want to come check out any of that stuff I mentioned. Also, selftaught-dev.com. I've made a bunch of practice projects for aspiring devs. So if you want some, I mean, these challenges are fun to play around with, but this isn't really something you actually, I guess some of these higher level ones, like if we go up to Christmas, right? A few of these might be something you could throw on your portfolio. Because some of these would be like, some of these would be kind of impressive. Like, yeah, there are a few of these I'd throw in my portfolio if I was a new dev trying to get a job. Or even now, maybe actually, since, I mean, some of them are pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, selftaught-dev.com. It's a bunch of practice projects. If you need projects to build to throw in your portfolio, that's a big issue I had trying to find practice projects to build when I was trying to become a dev. If you need to get my resume template, the one I used when I was trying to become a dev before I had any tech experience, you can get that for free. I have a link to that in the description as well. Just look for resume template. And I think that's about it. So I will see you guys next time. Peace.
Round 1.